They brought me to Connecticut to kick the pansy asses that live in this state. The same state as Shane McMahon. The same state as his little Rump Ranger buddies. And who's going to help me do this? Let me bring in my manager of the year, Big Daddy.
Let me tell you something, cameraman. You keep that goddamn camera on us. You keep it on John Diamond, the toughest son of a bitch in the East Coast.
The new John Diamond.
The new John Diamond. Look at this. Jacked, ripped, chiseled, buff. And we're coming to Connecticut and anywhere else we damn well choose, and we're going to be kicking everybody's ass.
No.
John Diamond. Look at him. New and improved. Tell him, Diamond.
That's right. New and improved. And if John Diamond can't do it with the Guardian of Chaos,
I am the
Big
biggest,
Daddy,
baddest manager in this goddamn business, and I'll kick anybody manager's ass that wants to get in my face. And with Diamond, go ahead, Johnny. Tell him. I hate to cut you off, John. You know I'll do it all day. Tell him.
Daddy, you don't need to cut me off. No one cuts off John Diamond. John Diamond stops when John Diamond wants to. You know how it's going to be. Has John Diamond ever let down his fans? Has John Diamond never come through? Center ring, who did you vote as your wrestler of the year? None other but John Diamond. And like cars, I come out new and improved every damn year. And if you want to see something else,
We'll be taking on tough Tony DeVito with this man, Big Daddy, Guardian of Chaos, in his corner. What do you say about it, Big Daddy?
Well, it's about damn time you got the microphones and the cameras on the Guardian of Chaos. Let me throw this award over there. Big Daddy, your manager of the year. You know what? I think this would look nice on you. Tonight, Roughhouse Ralph Mosca, you're in for more than you can handle. Tough Tony DeVito, top 500 in Pro Wrestling Illustrated 3 years running. Your manager of the year. Here he is, Tough Tony DeVito, and the Guardian of Chaos.
Roughhouse, you've been talking a lot of crap in the back about getting a push, about going with Sid. You don't know something, boy. I'm your push. Here it is. Come get some.
That's all you need to know here in North AC. Give me my feathers back.
Welcome back to Guardian of Chaos, the YouTube channel, here for Chaos Corner. Drop an elbow on that like button, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Shout out to my moderators, the OTS Tribal Queen, and my brother from another mother, Austin Nance, for holding it down, keeping it real, and maintaining. One man, unique, unedited, unscripted, raw dog for you, the fans. Kick back and relax as we go back and party like it's 1999. Over 25 years ago, here on the channel. No copyrights. Fans, no countouts, no disqualification. It's a matchup between the Baldies, Tough Tony DeVito, former ECW star, former WWE star, along with yours truly, the Guardian of Chaos, Big Daddy, against Roughhouse Ralph Mosca, the great nephew of Angelo King Kong Mosca. Here we go. Sold out, jam-packed capacity. Remember, fans, the time frame. All this is off of VHS. Let that sink in. Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
with a closed fist! A closed fist! Back off, man! He hit him with a closed fist! You can't do that! Come on! You can't play it! We can't call it closed like this!
All right, fans, don't go anywhere. We're back here at the Big Daddy Show with the Guardian of Chaos, Big Daddy. I'm doing the voiceover. We don't want any copyrights. We don't want to screw with the algorithm. That's why you have to listen to my golden smog tones here on the Big Daddy Show. Again, I started doing this show back in the mid-90s just to give you a little throwback, flashback information on what's going on here on the channel. Over 6,500 videos, 1.5 million total views. Navigate the playlist, become a member. It's only $3 a month. That's the best way to support this channel. There's nobody else that works harder for you than I do. Nobody that has the connections that I do as an insider, a talent who took the fucking bumps. My over 50 years as an agent, a researcher, a historian, a spark, a mark. That's right, I said it. And of course, my over 3 decades in the ring as a pro wrestling manager. That's why you come here, to learn facts. So you're better off when you walked out than when you fucking walked in. So you can hold a conversation at your next holiday gathering, your next venue, event, the water cooler, the restaurant, the pub, the tavern. Thanks for being here. It's a much needed distraction, a temporary stress reliever. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you and for putting up with my voiceover right now. Don't you dare miss it. And again, as long as the music continues to play, you watch the footage, I'll give you the shout outs, and we'll both kick back and relax and enjoy some entertainment personified. An extravaganza, a bonanza, because this isn't a podcast. This is a fucking show. I don't own any of the music. I don't want to get any screw-ups here with the copyrights. YouTube still owes me over 1K. And right now, YouTube, you can go scratch your ass. All right, fans, enjoy the footage. Rough House Ralph Mosca versus Tony DeVito with the GOC. That's me. No disqualifications. No countouts. And again, we don't want any copyright strikes here, and that's why I'm doing the voiceover, because I do it raw dog. There's no editing here, there's no green screens, no music, no background, no Patreon. As I said, and I'll continue to say, this is a raw dog channel. No better than anyone else, just unique in its concept, in the footage and content that I create and put on this channel. Thank you, Austin. Are you still here, brother? I'm going to continue to put out original content that you've never seen before. Again, no copyrights here. I don't own the music. You're watching the Big Daddy Show. Circa, this show was from 1999. Let's watch the replay. Another victory for my stable.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're following. We bring out right now one of the biggest managers in wrestling today, one of the best. There's three kinds of people in this world. Big Daddy's the best. Bring out Big Daddy.
All right, we're back here on Center Ring with the Fog Man, and Big Daddy is the special guest. And of course, I don't want any copyright strikes.
Step out right now, I'm out here. The Guardian of Chaos, Big Daddy.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Big Daddy.
See you later. And I'd like to present you. Here, don't touch the chair. I'll take care of it. Present you with another one of the 8x10s from the Guardian of Chaos. I want to start off by saying something in this goddamn studio. Last time I was here, the FCC threw me off, and I'm telling you, I'm back. And if you want to throw me off now, I'll come back there and kick your ass, too. You talk about this being a kid's show. Fogman, thanks for having me on. It's great to be back at Cox Cable. A kid's show? You got people out here talking about alcohol, drinking gin and tonic. You got homosexuals on your shows. You got porn stars on your show. He said they called him tree in the high school locker room. I heard they called him shrub. So how is this a kid's show? You have me on here. I want some damn respect. I want it to be a kid's show. So if you got anything that you want to know about the Guardian of Chaos, it's great to be back at Cox Cable.
Well, Billy, we had a fan that looked us up here.
You're manager of the year.
That's right, you're the manager of the year. Now we're saying here, the blonde. What's the blonde? I mean, look.
First off, keep your filthy hands off me. That's number one. I like you. I like the blonde here. I think you've been hanging out with the hanging tough guys. Everybody around here wants to be a blonde.
That's right.
What's up with that, Fog?
Diamond made me do it.
Dime, don't talk about my boy. He's not here to defend himself. All right?
Now, how would you
We
want
don't
to
want
do
to
that?
get too violent.
How
We
would
don't
you
want
want
to
to
get
do
too
that?
violent here on Cox Cable, Center Ring. Now, that's a beautiful shirt. This is the first time that I'm seeing this.
A fan made that for you.
Let's take a look at this. I'll tell you, they definitely caught my thin angle on this one. Cameraman, you keep switching back and forth. I'll come back there and kick your ass, too. Keep it on one or the other. Stop telling me to point over there. Not a bad shirt.
Fan made that for you. You know, you gotta give the fans a little respect.
Goddamn Surge out of here. This ain't WCW. And look, the cameraman, he's still playing games back there. He's still playing games.
I should take care of this camera, right?
Anyway, and you forgot, when you introduced me, it is the Guardian of Chaos, Big Daddy, your manager of the year. And if you want to do the same, there's three types of people in this world. Those who don't know what happened, those who wonder what happened, and people like Big Daddy who makes things happen. Get it straight, get it right. Now, if you have something for the Guardian of Chaos, we'll throw out some information. And you can ask me some questions. Don't get too personal, because if you do, I'll slap the taste out of your mouth.
Number one, the fans want to know, where have you been?
Where have I been? Where haven't I been? And I know that you've been in attendance at several of my shows that I happen to be on. You were at the Northeast show, Michael Bryan's organization in Thomaston, where Big Daddy and ECW's Tony DeVito took it to Rough House Ralph. We kicked his ass all over Thomaston, all over the state of Connecticut. So I know you were present. You also, and you're still holding me responsible for not getting back in to the locker rooms right away. You can't come to me with all this bull. At the NWA New England show with Jonathan Law in Milford, where once again, myself and Tony DeVito took it to John Diamond's ass. But we've settled that feud. Diamond is now under my tutelage since DeVito made it to ECW. And I'll tell you, I saw him made his TV debut on the Madison Square Garden Network a couple weeks back against Jerry Lynn. And let me tell you something, tough Tony DeVito is one of the toughest son of a bitches on the East Coast, if not the country.
I believe we have that footage.
We do have that footage. We have Thomaston, too. You didn't see Big Daddy running around the ring. I lost a few of these. And remember one thing, like the Fogman said, I am the biggest, baddest manager in this damn business. Pro-wise, indie-wise, anybody that wants to jump on me, come on down. I know there's a lot of managers around here shooting off their mouth, managing midgets, giants, the whole 9 yards, homosexuals. I will have none of this. Step to me, and let's get back onto your question about where I've been. Also, and I know you know this, that Big Daddy went out west for the AWA Superstars to Las Vegas, to Arizona, and that big, oversized, 450-pound King Kong Bundy had the nerve to put his hands on me, and he stepped on me with all 450 pounds, and maybe that's why I got the abs. You can see, if you talk about Papalicio, whatever he does, look at that. Look. I got abs. Bundy, I'll see you somewhere. I'll run across you again, and what I do, if I can't do something about it, I'll get somebody who will.
And that's all I want to say about that. But the AWA Superstars, Dale Gagne, John Stewart, not a bad organization. They're affiliated with the old AWA by name only. And they got a bunch of big shows coming up. 4th of July, Big Daddy will be in Wisconsin at the casinos for All-American Clash. And I lost my train of thought because I got this in front of me. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That is incredible. And you know what? I think the eyes have it. Talk about puppies.
Big Daddy, a kid out there would like your autograph.
Really? See me after the show and we'll talk. I'll tell you one thing, it's mighty cold in here at Cox Table. Yes, let's give it up. Let's give it up for the people here at Center Lane. I have to cross my legs at this point because it certainly is not polite to point. I try to keep it a kid's show, but somewhere around here, people just aren't going to make that happen. Anyway, you were talking about where I was. Let's get back to Cox Table.
I was just about 5 minutes ago.
Like I said, NWA Northeast, NWA New England, AWA Superstars. Soon with the World Wrestling Association, Big Daddy's in negotiations with Brian Lee, Dutch Mantell. Spoke with Tommy Dreamer and passed on the demo video in negotiations with ECW, WCW, and the WWF through Jim Cornette. So we'll see what happens for Big Daddy. In the last year and a half, I was on a 5-year hiatus. I've been back for a year and a half, and you know what? It's blowing up. Website, T-shirts, pictures.
What's the website? What's the website address?
To tell you the truth, somebody else does it for me, because you know how that is, but I will throw it out there. I believe it's members.zoom.com, and then that whole backslash thing, Guard of Chaos, because I am the Guardian of Chaos, and then a backslash after that. I believe it's all small caps. Check it out, sign my guest book. I will respond to anybody, read my monthly column, and if you got something you want to say, maybe I'll listen. I'm still, a little dumbfounded, so to speak.
Oh, yeah, we had a new talent. We had Heather out here before.
You know what? That is one heck of a talent, and you better make sure that you keep her around.
Oh, definitely.
So anyway, that's where I've been, and, if you got any more questions where I'm going, we want to know.
We answered number 2 already about you and DeVito at the NWA card. You already answered
Well, there's a little misconception about that NWA show where myself and DeVito worked against John Diamond. We came up short on that night, which doesn't happen for the Guardian of Chaos too often. But DeVito and I had some mixed words. We settled it back in the locker room. And since then, we did many shows. And as you can see, Tony is up in ECW right now. And John Diamond and myself, they settled the feud. I've settled the feud. And Diamond and I are going places, and possibly Brian Lee. And also under my tutelage right now, the Condor, who I know that you know, former NAWA heavyweight champion, Sports Channel TV champ, and a WWFer. And a kid that is jacked like you wouldn't believe.
He was supposed to be on this week.
He was supposed to be here this week, I understood, because also for the Big Daddy, the upcoming Big Daddy show and for Center Ring, but once again, he failed to appear like a lot of the stars do. You really don't know what to do with these guys in this wrestling business. They don't show, they show, so you take what you can get. And as I can see by the beginning of this show, all hell broke loose, and to tell you the truth, I don't know what to make of it.
Hey, the return of Tony Black.
Tony Black, I don't know who he is.
He's just a sewer rat guy.
A sewer rat guy.
No.
He scares the rats off cheesecake, that's for sure.
He's like that E-Slap character that used to pop up now and then.
Now, why do you always keep giving that kid some play? I thought this kid was like borderline retarded, and you're sitting here talking about it and giving him some play. He's got the brain of a turnbuckle. I don't know what you're talking about here with this E-Slap.
He got a job in a federation.
And the key word there is what? Job. There you go. I'm glad to see the kid who has at least on the ball.
RWA, Retard Wrestling Alliance.
Speaking, I want to talk about some of your previous guests that were on here tonight. I haven't had the pleasure to work with too many of them, and I don't know them that well. It's good to see that they're hitting the independents, and it looks like there's some talent out there. But you're talking about Purdy Curdy, who I saw on WTNH, and they portrayed him as, as a homosexual, and I guess it's okay to live that lifestyle, but I'm here to preach to the kids. You have to worry about AIDS, and you have to practice safe sex, and you have to wear a condom, and it's not those waterfront things, a nice house, it's a condom. And I know that everyone else around here wants to portray that they're into all this, but Big Daddy's here to preach, don't do drugs, don't drink, and have safe sex. Unless you're hanging around with me, then that's a different story, and we'll leave it at that. And also, the Templeton Peck guy, who I guess is an independent manager, I'll tell you one thing, the kid certainly could talk. He ought to come up for a breath now and then. I thought he was going to pass out. And then I saw him sobbing on your show, so I guess him then he wanted to hook up with Pretty Curly, so I guess that might make a good union, so to speak, if you know what I mean. And I just hope everybody out there practices safe sex, and we'll all be all right. Maybe they can get together with the kid Papalito. Boy, I'd like to see Papalicious. I'd like to see the three of them in a vat of Wesson oil. So let's get on to bigger and better things. And I know there's some independent guys out there. Hey, I applaud these guys. You know what I'm saying? This is where the business is started. This is where the veterans go to get a damn payday, to keep their name going, to hone your skills. And if people would pay more attention to the independents, that's where everybody comes from. And that's the bottom line. And that's how I feel about it. I'm still breaking my ass for 15 years in this damn business. And I'm still doing the independents. You never forget where you came from. Although this business is backstabbing, you can't trust anybody. Everybody's out for themselves. There's egos. And you better make sure that when you're talking, and especially if you're talking shit, that you're talking to the right people. Because what goes around comes around, and it'll all get back in this business. And everybody's got to remember that, and let's not take it as a joke, because this is serious stuff. I've seen people with guns put to their head, and people almost get wiped out because of wrestling. This is no joke. This is serious. You want to call fake, whatever you want, the whole 9 yards. I used to work with David Schultz, the guy who slapped around John Stossel on 2020 when I bounty hunted for him. So anybody who wants to come up here and call it fake, I'll challenge you to get in the ring with a preliminary wrestler, and they will kick your ass. And if not, when you get out, I'll give you a Dr. D. David Schultz right across the ears, because I don't care. So enough about that editorial announcement.
Now let's go to the third question. This just goes to show how these fans out here emailing these questions don't know what the heck's going on.
Well, like I said, you know what you're dealing with out here.
Oh, my God, I'll tell you. This probably was from E-Slop, because he hasn't been watching too lately. It says, did you fire Blansky and Big Dog? I think he made that clear in the Big Daddy Hour, the first hour, and I know you people watched it.
Well, let me give a little response here. If anyone who doesn't know, Big Dog and Bulldog Blansky are two independent grapplers. They're local guys. Bulldog has done some ECW security stuff also. He's an independent guy. He's green. You know, a lot of people like to put the carriage before the horse, so to speak, and I'm going to tell it like it is because I really don't care. Big Dog and Bulldog are guys that I've managed in the past. Big Dog's a big kid. He's got the look. He's been around. You know, he's a sort of diamond in the rough. I've seen him get his ass kicked by Primo Carrera and Shane Douglas at an NAWA show, and they took his big carcass, about 390 pounds, and threw it right over the damn top rope like he was 120 pounds. So that's all well and good. They're good guys. They're personal friends of mine. I wish them well in the business, but the Guardian of Chaos has moved on to bigger and better things. Both guys have a future as independents, and, you know, who knows where anybody can go. Who's to say how good anybody is or where any of us are going to go? I've been in it for 15 years on and off, and you can say maybe, hey, I'm not that great, because I haven't made it. But I've had the tryouts. I've had my 15 minutes, and you know what? They can never take that away from me. So that's how I feel about it. And those guys, they're personal friends of mine. I run with them. We hang out. We party. It's all well and good. You know what I'm saying?
You got it, brother. You got it. I see how Big Daddy's got buttons out here and everything. Look at this. Shirts, T-shirts, autographs. Who's better than Big Daddy?
Well, you can find, and you know what? It's inexpensive. I'm not one of these big ego-oriented people. I could care less. We're all the same. We all put our pants on the same. We all go to the bathroom the same, except for maybe the young lady that was out here before. And, you know, just remember to put the seat down when you're done. And as far as my merchandise, you can get that online. You can see me at any one of the local shows. I got shows coming up. 4th of July in Wisconsin for the AWA Superstars. I don't think too many state people will be there, but you never know what could happen. Yeah, July 9th, I don't know if we can give out dates on here. I'm going to give them out anyway.
We're going to give out everything on here.
July 9th at the Danbury Police Athletic Building for Michael Bryan's Northeast Wrestling. A WWA tour 4 nights back-to-back at the end of July. And negotiating with, you know, a whole bunch of organizations that I can't even mention right now. You know, from ISPW, and, you know, to ECW, to everybody in between, and even the World Wrestling Federation. So those are my upcoming dates, and I'm also doing some managing of rock bands. Big Daddy is rock and wrestling and loves to party all night long with Diet Coke, of course, as you can tell. Okay, Rockfest 99. It's going to be August 22nd at the Ponte Club, the big soccer field out there in Waterbury. You know, $15, 8 bands, food, drink from 1 to 7. I'll be the MC. Crucible, Love Gun, Cross-Eyed Cat. Big Daddy's into the private bodyguard stuff, too. Was just hanging out at the Meadows with Journey and Foreigner and met legendary guitarist, and I'm sure you people know who he is, from Journey, Neil Sean. Big Daddy does a mean air guitar. So things are going well. Things are going good. I'm all over. I'm nationwide. And look, he's doing it again with the goddamn camera. And somebody better edit this, I'll tell you that. What else do you got for me, Fog? I like to hear it, kid. You know, it's looking good, and you got some good staff here, some good people. I appreciate you having me on, but what's going on? What's going on now? You got any more questions? You got anything you want to ask? What's going on with you?
The big fight is all over the place. There's a federation coming out here, a secret federation.
A secret federation?
Yeah, we're not sure yet. I think about September it should be ready.
Well, I'll tell you.
I've been asked to be the commissioner of that federation.
You, the commissioner?
Me, the commissioner. Where at?
Wow, speaking of commissioners, just to get onto a little personal story, finally met my childhood idol last month at the NAWA show in the Westchester County Center. Of all people, at 60-something years old, Bruno Sammartino. I'll tell you, the guy's still in great shape. He still looks good. We were hanging out with Shane Douglas and the Samoans and Public Enemy, who Big Daddy is rumored to be in negotiations with the Pitbulls and Public Enemy, along with maybe the Samoan Gangsters and several other stars, so to speak. Big Daddy's getting around. He's doing his thing.
Hey, you always have him, brother.
You know what I'm saying? And it's good to be back here at Center Ring and Cox Cable. It's about damn time.
We should give a shout out to Miss H. Kiss and Joel Davis.
Well, they're personal friends of mine.
Yes, we gotta give them a shout out.
Heather and Joel, I guess they've been engaged. The date is to be set about a year from now. The real deal, Joel Davis, former CWA Cruiserweight champion and current NWA New England superstar, and Center Ring's own at one time, I guess H. Kiss or Mistress of Darkness, whatever you guys want to call her. They're good people, good couple, and I wish them all the luck.
Now, I hear you wanted to get into Yankee Pro Wrestling. Now, you should
Well, it's just, like I said before, there's a lot of